So I made these last year for some students. This is kind of a little step between doing the actual traditional algorithm for multiplication and area models. If you take a look, this kind of looks like an area model, but it's not drawn to scale. If you look carefully, it kind of ends up looking like an area model, except, like I said, it doesn't, no matter what the numbers that you put in here, it's not going to, work out. It just looks, I made it to look like what we have been doing, but it just gives us the ability to put the work in there without needing to show you the space. Now that you see how the area models work, and we've seen the proof that they work, now we can just kind of leave up the space and just kind of do the work as we need to. We don't have to draw the actual size area model each time. Just like when we got to 30 and 40s, we didn't draw that on our graph paper because we didn't have the space, so we just did 10s. Now we can kind of shorten that up even more and make it a little more convenient for us. So I will have these available, and this is just my lesson to teach you how to use these. So let me erase this. Now these are used for 2 by 2. I'm going to do one with 2 by 1, and then we'll do one 2 by 2. So the first one we're going to do is 7 times 19. Of course, the first thing is 19 in expanded notation is 10 plus 9. And so we do the same thing. We put 10 up here and 9 right here. And so you can kind of see how this is working out for us. Just the same as we put it in for our area model. I just kind of expanded the lines a little bit. And of course we put the first number right here. And you can see, oh no. Let me just scratch that. I can't erase without taking away everything. So 7. You can kind of see where it has 2 spaces for if we had put 19 over here, then I could put 10 here and 9 here. But I just have 7, so I'm just put 7 here. Now the multiply here is just to indicate that you multiply these numbers here. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you that this is what you do. So 7 times 10 gives you 70. And then 7 times 9 gives you 63. Now just like you add 10 plus 9 to get 19, we're going to add 7 plus 63 across to get what we put here, and that's why the add is across here. So 7 plus 63, I can actually do that in my head, but I would just show you over here. 670, it's actually 153. 153. So 153. Now it kind of looks a little weird off by itself over here, but when we get into the 2 by 2, there's a reason why there's 2 here. We would end up adding whatever else other number we'd get, and your final answer comes over here, and it's 153. So 7 times 19 equals 153. Okay, now that I've shown you how it works with a 2 by 1, I'm going to show you how it works with a 2 by 2. So say we had 95 times 36. Okay, so 95 in expanded notation is 90 plus 5. Now you can see how both of these come into play. So we have 90 up here and we have 5 down here. Our 10's up here and our 1's down here. And 36 in expanded notation is 30 plus 6. And now we are using all of our spots here. And when you can see, that's why I put in the lines here to separate everything out. Now we kind of have this grid, sort of like our multiplication chart that we filled out to keep everything separate. And again, that's why we have the marks up here for the multiply, to show you that we multiply within these spaces right here. This also keeps everything straight, so we know we're not going to multiply 90 times 5. We're not multiplying this way because there's nothing down here to show our answers to. We're multiplying 90 and 30, just like in our area models. So 90 times 30, 9 times 3 is 27. 0 plus 0 and 0, that's 2 zeros. 0, 0, and mark right there. Now 90 times 6, so 9 times 6, that is 54, and then we have 1 0, so that's 540. Okay, now make sure you do not include this in this. You're multiplying these numbers on the outside. So this is 30 times 5. 30 times 5, that's 150. And I should have done that in here to show you guys too. And then 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, now just like we did last time, we're going to add across here to get to our adding column here. Alright, so I'm going to have to do this one up here just to show you guys. Yeah, just to show you, because I can do this in my head, right? Alright, so 0, 4, 7 plus 5, that's 12. And so the answer here is 3,240. Now make sure your work here is neat, so you can have your addition problem ready to go and you don't have to write it out. Now this one's a little easier to do. 150 plus 30, that gives me 180. It's a lot easier to do in my head, but if you can't, just work it out to the side, that's fine. And again, it shows we're adding, so I'll just put an addition sign right there, because I know I'm going to add, might get my final answer down here. So 0, 8 plus 4, we can do touch math, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our final answer here is 3,420. When I get to this point right here, I know I am done and I am complete. And that's how you use these forms. And like I said, I'll have these available for you guys to use.